podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to The Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Nigga acts about me, I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie, I'm a hustler.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
BoxingVoice.com.
So that you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was tough and taking those punches.
Beyonce Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
It's the champ. Shannon the champ. With the fake champ. With Tally Vitamin Crisco.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'ma treat him like he's a C+ fighter. I'ma dominate, I'ma dog this fight.
I'm talking about punishment. We're gonna punish you for 12 rounds. Either the referee says you had enough, or you can say you had enough, or you can stay your ass there all night until you ain't had enough.
Man, I feel I'm the best in the sport, and to be the best, you got to beat the best. And all I did was beat opponents. I worked my way from the bottom to the top. I won a title by beating top competition and top fighters. This guy was hands in title, he's a paper champion.
Do you feel that you're the best super middleweight right now?
100%.
Let's go, champ.
He can bring the pressure, he can box. I'm a true champion, I'm willing to go to his turf in Atlantic City, I'ma step on him, I'ma crush him. Y'all can mark my word to this, I'ma crush him. He's a C+ fighter, I'm an A+ fighter. Come Saturday night next week, all the fans tune in cause I'ma dominate. This guy is flat-footed, swing.
They C+ podcast hosts. I'm an A+ podcast host. These dudes is whack. They not as live as me. Nah, good morning, y'all. What's up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Yes, we're feeling glorious this morning, man. So thank the big man above that we are up and at 'em, ready to talk boxing. And, just put the good foot forward, man, and have another great day. We got a big day scheduled. Actually, we have promoter Emily Pandelikis. And then we'll have Chris Algieri at 10 a.m. So Emily at 9:30 and Chris at 10 a.m. And we even got Brandon Lee at 3 p.m. So we're definitely lighting up the schedule. Shout out to Brandon in Houston holding it down, scheduling the guests, making sure that the TBV podcast in the morning is fresh with new faces. He was able to get Mr. Peoples, and that was a new interview. So Brandon doing a fantastic job in the back end, scheduling the guests, and we got a few lined up for you this morning. On the Patreon page, you can absolutely shoot a question to Chris Algieri, who's lined up at 10 a.m. Now, as far as Emily, I didn't really make a post for her because I felt like you don't know her, and she just transitioned to promoter from publicist, and we want to get that story right. We always want those rise to the top stories because many of you probably didn't know Peter Khan, and many of you probably knew Peter Khan. And Peter Khan used to be, or still is, a boxing manager, but he finds himself in a new position, a new role in the boxing world as one of the executives over at Thriller. So you just never know when a person can, be elevated in their position or elevated to another position, right? This is that exact thing happening right here with Emily. She's making her transition from publicist and boxing insider and a person doing this for many, many years to promoter. And I'm sure she'll give us the details, but because I've seen her do so many cards. One of my co-hosts, actually, it's crazy. You know, he transitioned from podcast host to commentator and never looked back. That is James Meyer. And he's actually had one baby and another one on the way, I believe. But good morning to everybody. Yo, Bo and Bama Francis is in Watertown, man. My man is in Watertown doing this thing, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm a hustler, man. I'm here. You know, yesterday when I turned on the radio show, I literally had just parked the car from the 3-hour drive back from Miami. Like, it's not work for me when you love what you're doing. You know, it's funny to talk to Ben Thompson from Fight Hype and find another person as obsessed as me. You know, he says he's addicted. And I tell y'all that all the time. I'm addicted too, man. I love jumping on this show. You know, talking to him, he's like, man, I'd rather do a video than be on a podcast 3 hours, you know, because he makes way more money. But like, again, it's passion. I am passionate about this. Like, I care about the sport. And I don't know, maybe I love hearing myself talk. Yo, but we're here to talk about Logan Paul. He's firing back at the world, at the haters who believe that he was knocked out by Floyd Mayweather and held up. So let's give you the Logan Paul audio because, you know, he's definitely not happy with the boxing world and this rumor. But here is your audio.
Morning after the fight. Not too shabby for fighting the best. I'm seeing this narrative going around that there's one part in the fight where Floyd punched me and I kind of like leaned.
Now, I just want to stop that actually, because remember yesterday, I never got to find it because the chat was moving too quick. But remember yesterday I said, yo, I seen Logan Paul in the chat and it had the check mark. But like, I look at YouTube through through my streaming software. So I didn't see his name on YouTube to see if the check mark that I'm seeing on my streaming service was real, or you know how dudes somehow put check marks in they handle somehow, like on Instagram, people know how to Photoshop. I've never seen that done on YouTube, but something tells me, and look, maybe I'm wrong. I know Robert in the UK, my co-producer, is probably smirking right now or shaking his head, emoji face palm, because I like to believe the world is centered around me. But I told y'all yesterday Logan was in our Floyd Mayweather knocked him out show, and I couldn't verify whether that white check was a real YouTube check. But now it makes sense because listen to the audio.
Morning after the fight. Not too shabby for fighting the best. I'm seeing this narrative going around that there's one part in the fight where Floyd punched me and I kind of like leaned on him a little bit and it looks like I kind of went limp. And people are trying to spin it and say that he knocked me out and caught me and kept me up to keep the fight going to the 8th round. Shut the fuck up. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, stop trying to discredit what happened last night. Make no mistake, he got a lot of good punches in. There's a couple photos. I got fucked up a couple shots. I didn't know my face could like make that shape, but never rocked, never blacked out, never obviously got knocked out. He didn't hold me up. He tried to take me out and he couldn't. It was great.
Yeah, so I don't know. Whether he's replying directly to us or not, he's replying directly to the internet and the belief that that video was him being knocked out. Now, the video in question, obviously, we have, so we'll show you the video in which, you know, it seems to be, it shows the possibility of him, you know, slightly passing out and Floyd holding him up. And this is the video in question, the uppercut that lands. And here's the audio.
Morning after the fight. Not too shabby for fighting the best. I'm seeing this narrative going around that there's one part in the fight where Floyd punched me and I kind of like leaned on him a little bit and it looks like I kind of went limp. And people are trying to spin it and say that he knocked me out and caught me and kept me up to keep the fight going to the 8th round. Shut the fuck up. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, stop trying to discredit what happened last night. Make no mistake, he got a lot of good punches in. There's a couple photos. I got fucked up a couple shots. I didn't know my face could like make that shape, but never rocked, never blacked out, never obviously got knocked out. He didn't hold me up. He tried to take me out and he couldn't. It was great.
He said he tried to take me out and he couldn't. Listen, you were a big guy, man. A lot of people, even Tyron Woodley, you know, when I spoke to him, that was his excuse for Mayweather's like, bro, he was a big guy. You know what I mean? And shout out, to that Woodley interview, bro. That shit is at like 350,000 views out there. See, we really gonna get the name out there. Fucker. I just dropped all my bud on the keyboard after grinding. You know that's no bueno. No bueno right there. Ouch. But yeah, man. You know that's gonna put some eyeballs on what it is that we're doing here on the daily podcast. Shout out to Fight Hype. They're putting the information to the podcast, the information to my social media, in every end credit of the videos. So 350,000 people watched that Tyrone Woodley video that I did with him, walking him to his beautiful Phantom. And hopefully, 1%, 2%, 10%, 100% of the people made it to the end and seen the end credits and can, come and find us here to talk boxing. Because doing interviews is cool, but, interacting and taking the phone calls and hearing what the people got to say is always going to be my number one, love of the sport. Talking with you guys, debating with you guys, figuring out what it is the fans want, don't want, enjoy, don't enjoy. And that's what I like. So we're also here to talk about Eddie Hearn and his Alexander Usyk, Anthony Joshua update. Eddie is saying now that he has declared that he believes Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk will be signed this week for a September showdown in London. Fight is in process of being finalized, so it'll be on Dazn Boxing, obviously, which is now in the UK and in the US. So, good for us. $8 a month if you went with the, yearly plan. If you haven't gone with the yearly plan, my link is in the description below. It costs you nothing. If you were looking for a way to support TBV, but you're like, I really don't like giving money to YouTube channels. Well, then cool. Get yourself a Dazn subscription so you can watch some boxing and use my link in the description. This way, I get a little kickback. It shows Dazn that I'm actively letting them know that they're putting on some decent boxing matches over there, and I'm directing boxing fans to them. That being said, this fight would be on Dazn, and it'll be something that I've been wanting to happen for a while, which is Alexander Usyk being exposed as not big enough or good enough to be a heavyweight. Very good cruiserweight. He did his thing amongst his peers that were in that division at the time. Oh shit! So it's actually Anthony Joshua's last fight on Sky. Credit the co-producer always listening in the background. So this is Anthony Joshua's last fight on Sky Sports. So it won't be on Dazn in the UK. So unfortunate for our UK friends, you won't be able to pay $883. That being said, you still get it on Sky, and AJ still gets to, do UK pay-per-view numbers and show that, he's still this massive draw. The good thing is that this fight is being talked about, the good thing is that this fight is being talked about for September. So that means that there should be some sort of fans in attendance if this goes down. So yeah, it's a good little scrap And something I've been waiting for. I'm going to be, kind of saying I told you so. I'm pretty sure AJ get the job done in emphatic fashion too. I'm going to assume, you know what? I'm not going to pick the stoppage. I was about to say he would stop him. And look, Chisora did land shots. But I think that Usyk is going to be even more on the bicycle because it is AJ, and he does understand that AJ does have some sort of power. So I'm not going to go AJ by stoppage. I think I'm gonna stick with the decision. But hope for the stoppage. Hope for the stoppage is what I will do. Hopefully AJ can cut this guy's distance and not allow him to circle around the ring, which is what I'm expecting Usyk to do. If he stands there and fights and does a Tyson Fury, right? And does the unexpected, which is not run around in circles and instead stand and fight, that would be interesting, and I would like to see what AJ does with that, how AJ reacts to that. But again, I'm expecting AJ to close the distance slightly, land right hands, and take care of the smaller heavyweight. I hear you guys. I see you saying that Usyk's coming in heavier. I seen the weigh-in that he did. You're turning into a heavyweight. AJ is. He's been a heavyweight, and he's been fighting at that high level, at that weight, taking those punches, Like we're talking Logan and Floyd, and Logan's, responding to the rumors of being knocked out, but that's what we have to see. Can Usyk do what Floyd did when Floyd, high guarded, he covered up. And Logan unloaded. Like, I watched that instant replay again, and I'm like, damn, bro. Floyd is a straight up, he's excellent with the defense. It's just excellent defense. Like, all those shots that Logan threw, it was like a 30-second flurry and nothing. Floyd even had to back up. The dude was so heavy that when he was hitting Floyd, it was moving Floyd. He's like, damn, let me back up. So even backing up, those shots didn't drop Floyd. Like, this dude's defense is just so on par. Logan should have thought about maybe coming down to the body, but the novice in him kept him headhunting in that little flurry. And I want to see, can Usyk take something like that? When AJ flurries on him as this big, huge heavyweight, can Usyk take those shots the way Floyd did? Or are some of those shots going to slip in and, then we see that Usyk isn't a heavyweight? That is what I want to see. But don't forget that Border Wars is this Saturday. We're headed to Wisconsin on Thursday, so there will be probably no Thursday show unless they let me set up from the bar, which then we can do like shows live from the bar showing you what it is, and that would be awesome. I'm bringing all the equipment. They got excellent internet, so that's also a thing. I do land very early, so it is a huge possibility. So yeah, man. We will be in Border Wars June 12th, Watertown, Wisconsin. It's going down. We got a bunch of fights, so tune in. If you're in the area of Milwaukee and Watertown, Wisconsin, come on over to the bar in Watertown and enjoy the festivities right there live. It's going to be real good. I mean, look, I actually got to talk to Bill Haney, man. He said he would show up, and then he said it again, fight night of his son's fight. I don't know if he forgot by now, a lot of stuff, but and then we'll see, but we are gonna be there, and it's gonna be a big crowd. So come on out and enjoy. The whole team. Enrique is booked right? He'll be in the building. The casual fan will be commentating. You know, you got Alexander Lionez. He's going to be doing refereeing. Plus, he's also going to be the corner man for Mario Munguia versus Show Kid. So, Show Kid, now you know why you wasn't awarded your knockdown. Doomy always secretly had Mario on his side. And then, you know, who else is in the building? Obviously, Francis is already out there hard at work, putting it together, making sure that everything is the way that it's supposed to be so that you could get your ring walks, you could get your smoke and your lasers, and that the ring is set up in the right way, man. So, yeah, we'll be in Watertown this weekend, but we're going to open up these phone lines. Once again, I'll play the audio, show the video, and you already know.
Morning after the fight, not too shabby for fighting the best. I'm seeing this narrative going around that there's one part in the fight where Floyd punched me and I kind of like leaned on him a little bit and it looks like I kind of went limp. And people are trying to spin it and say that he knocked me out and caught me and kept me up to keep the fight going to the 8th round. Shut the fuck up. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like, stop trying to discredit what happened last night. Make no mistake, he got a lot of good punches in. There's a couple photos. I got fucked up a couple shots. I didn't know my face could, like, make that shape, but never rocked, never blacked out, never obviously got knocked out. He didn't hold me up. He tried to take me out, and he couldn't. It was great.
Now, he said never blacked out. That was interesting choice of words, right? Like, I don't know. Did he let it slip there? But what's more interesting to me is that I myself seen it. And, you know, that would be cool, man. I need you to come on back, Logan, and do an official collab. I know you have a podcast. It would be very easy for you to jump on and, you know, address these rumors right here on the Boxing Voice, man. You know, we don't have the subscribers that you have, but we still are the biggest boxing show on iTunes. You know, we're the biggest boxing podcast in the world. So, you know, come on over, man, and sit down with us. Let's talk. Help us grow here. Let's network, man. Because I'm telling you, you don't see those checks on YouTube unless it's a verified person. So that was interesting yesterday. It's just, again, I couldn't catch up to it. That being said, Eddie Hearn gave us an update. Obviously, Matchroom Fight Camp is back for this summer. I'm excited for that. You know, the fight camp was pretty good last time out. They put some decent fights. We got Alexander Povetkin and you know, Dillian White out of that. Keddy Teller fought in there. You know, a lot of decent fights. Nice fireworks and stuff. You know. It was all good. It was definitely all good, and I definitely want to see the fight camp back and see what Eddie puts together. I know there's been talks of Johnny Fisher and our hustler, the hustler himself. You know, what's his name? Christopher Lovejoy. Yeah, that's who. You know, he's a hustler, and there's a lot of talk about him and a possible Johnny Fisher fight. Now, I don't know how that's gonna happen, you know, or anything like that, but it's a possibility. Oh man. Well. That being said, let's go on out to the phone calls. 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Don't forget, in about 5 minutes, we're going to be having Emily. Okay. Okay, well, she just canceled. Alrighty then. Well, we still got Chris Algieri for 10. And we'll reschedule Emily. Hopefully everything is all right. Seems like she needs to rush to the hospital. Hopefully that is all right with her, because I believe she is pregnant at the time. But that was going to be an interesting interview, man, because there are many of us in the community that, you know, we love those stories of growth. Yeah, Emily who? It's Pandelakelis. Then I don't know, man. You know, I was gonna have her pronounce the last name, but she just transitioned into promoting. Man, I was hoping to get that whole story. She has a fight card coming up here in Phoenix, Arizona. Well, I'm not in Phoenix, but you know, I mean, they're in Phoenix, Arizona. And our very own James Meyer be the commentator on that card again. She's been working with James ever since he, stopped hosting the show. He went to do that. He was doing both, and then he just kept doing that. So shout out to James. Congratulations on, I think he's having another child. So yeah. Let's see here. We got CK in Cincinnati. We're going to go out to the phone calls and, get things going while we get some Chris Algieri on at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So in about 33 minutes, we'll have Chris Algieri on the show to talk some questions. If you want to ask him a question, you can. We posted a Chris Algieri post right there on Patreon. If you want to ask him something specifically, you can do so, and we will ask him that question right here on the show. And I also want to say we're still going to be doing the same, ask a question when I do my interviews on the field, and the difference is that, you'll be able to ask that question to that fighter, and that question will be watched and listened to by many, many more viewers now that it's going to be up on Fight Hype and on our channel. So better for the Patreons. Your questions gets more exposure and can make probably more of a difference, right? Micah K, what's going on? Good morning. How are you? But yeah, let's get to these little messages.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
Cincinnati CK, what up?
What it do, man? Y'all doing it big out there, man.
Thank you, brother.
I think Anthony Joshua, like you said, I hope he's too much for Usyk. I don't want this guy to come in and take the titles from AJ. I'm rooting for AJ. I want the big Wilder AJ. Hopefully Wilder could get past Tyson Fury. Do you think he's going to be able to win the trilogy match?
I mean, let's hope, man. Let's hope, It looks like he's definitely a different, doing some different things with Malik Scott. Let's see, can they implement him in the fight? That's what's going to be important. Can he put it together in the actual fight? But he looks more focused. He looks more determined and focused than I've ever seen, right? So that's great.
Now, when you was with the camp, how because I was a big Mark Breland fan, I wanted to know how did it how was it when you was there? The Mark Breland situation.
I love Mark, but he's not assertive enough. He's not, maybe it's the soft spokenness. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. There's music playing. Wilder's a talker. It's in the gym. It's like, come on. You know what I mean? You need a dude that can get the message out there to the people, and and have the fighter hear that. Yep. Mark is like, hey yo, Wilder, I want you to snip the jab. Yeah, slip the jab to the right, and then come back with the right. Like that's too low, man. That's too low. He gotta get that together just a little bit more. But maybe that's gonna work for somebody else. We never know. We never know if that's gonna work for somebody else. But Wilder might need a stern voice in his ear, like, yo, all right, champ, come on, King, slip to the right, to come back with that right and follow up with the left hook. Like, that soft-spokenness might not be enough to get the job done. And it looks that way, or it could just be a combination of the stronger, sterner voice and the determination, the will to want to get it back. Is a combination, but it looks like we got the one and only F.A. Ajagba in the building. What up? Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. It's Francis. You on or what?
F.A. Ajagba.
Nah, because I said
got him with that one.
Because I said the one and only.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, everybody, man? Shout out to my Lord and Savior for another one, man. Without him, nothing of this would be possible, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to you. Everybody's having a great day. I mean, the what do you want to call it? Some people would call it circus. Some people would call it entertainment. But it continues, even after what we've seen on the weekend. The excitement, the talk, it continues, and it continues to roll on. What's going on?
Yeah, no, man, you're right about that. There is a lot still. I mean, look, the MMA is begging now for Jake and Logan. Oh, we welcome them to the MMA. Of course you welcome them numbers. Dana being one of those dudes that would echo that boxing is dead. Now, I don't know, you follow MMA. I brought it up yesterday, but I wasn't able to give the people a name, but I seen an MMA fighter, I think he's a big name, come out and say like, yo, what are we doing wrong? This kid just made 20 million.
That's the new king of boxing, the heavyweight champion of the world in MMA. That's Francis Ngannou.
So you telling me the king is crying on social media that something is wrong because a kid just made 20 million in boxing and he's the king of MMA and ain't made that type of funds?
Well, they say, and Floyd kind of spoke about it a little bit. They say that heavyweights is the glamour division of boxing. They make the most money. Usually the heavyweights in boxing, but usually the heavyweights in most divisions that has fighting is the most sexy, right? That's why. But we've heard John Jones, who's, arguably the best MMA fighter to ever grace, the octagon, has been speaking about being underpaid for years, comparing himself to Deontay Wilder and the payment that he has gotten. So
he just signed with Richard Schaefer, the former boxing promoter, is now his advisor. I hope he can transition him to, imagine a fight with Deontay Wilder and John Jones. Like, those are type of fights you don't need a belt for.
Facts. Those are big fights, and I think he'll help him to navigate him getting more money on the back end, versus early on in his career. So it's been said time and time again that boxers, they make a lot more money, and seeing somebody on the skill level of Logan Paul make the type of money, or Jake Paul make the type of money. I mean, Francis Ngannou, who just became the new heavyweight champion in MMA, is like, come on, man. They were struggling to get 10 million for him and John to fight. You know what I mean? So he's looking at like, Logan them just made this money, and y'all can't give John 10 to fight me and give John, we both take 10. There's something on this. Got to bring a little background for you.
Yeah, man, there's definitely something wrong there. Now, I don't know if you know this other news that showed up about Dana going off on an MMA fighter that was like, man, this is bullshit. Like the MMA fighter, I'm paraphrasing, basically saying we underpaid, boxing is killing us. And Dana went off saying, well, why didn't you make a YouTube channel when you was 8 years old and fucking get us a following the way that Dana is savage. He's savage.
Yeah.
Dana is a younger version of Bob. Fighters need to wake the hell up. Like, why are you even becoming an MMA fighter when you see all these MMA fighters crying? Why are you even signing a Bob when you see all these fighters crying? Like, wake up. Wake up.
But it's a bit different, though, Ness. It's a bit different. I agree with you with the comparison in terms of the attitude, but it's different because Dana has more control. That he is that commission. But understand that overseas, he's the final step. when it comes to Bob,
But that's why I'm saying
for top rank, Bob is the final step. But say it again.
That's exactly why I'm saying, why even become an MMA fighter when you know that the top is Dana, who's got people in slave wages? So you telling me you're going to work all your life, ground and pound, mat, jiu-jitsu, finally make it to the top and still not be making top pay? You at the top. It's nothing bigger than UFC.
But the other options are the lower level, right? The lower level cards, right? That'll be like the shows that are not on the UFC level. See, Dana's done what he can to make the brand tasteful for people to watch. You understand? So he stands behind it like that. So he's like, I'm not about to put this on my back to give you all the fighters, which they are doing the entertainment, give them most of the money. It's kind of, it's kind of stupid, but we all know that the brand of UFC is bigger than the fighters. We would say that boxers are bigger than boxers. Would you say that?
Boxers are bigger than boxers. Boxer is bigger than boxing. I don't know. Boxing is boxing, and boxers are part of it. All I'm saying is this: it's like, at least I know if I'm a boxer, there's different levels of success. I can be a world champion. I can be a pay-per-view star. I can be a premium television fighter where I'm only on a paid network. The very many different levels. With UFC is just UFC. MMA, there's different levels. There's PFL and those Bellators and, but if you're a MMA fighter and your goal is to be the biggest MMA fighter, you're going to sign to the UFC. And there's a cap. There's a cap. So what I'm telling these young kids is like, why are you even dealing with that shit? Until that dude is out the way and that dictatorship is over, you can't really look. You got the biggest star. Like, are you ever?
But
if you're an MMA fighter, you got to ask yourself, am I going to be bigger than this heavyweight? What's his name? Am I going to be? Am I going to be as big, as powerful, as strong, as fearful? Make a statement as Francis. And Francis ain't getting paid. He mad that he ain't making 10. I mean, fuck it. Let me take my talent to another place. Oh shit!
But here's the
mother. I might have to end this.
But yeah, talking about it. I mean, Francis just becoming the heavyweight champ. Yeah, we on top of the world. You want to make that type of money. But John's been asking for that money for a long time. The problem is that you get more fights in the UFC than you would in boxing. So even though you get a bigger payday, right? It's the lane for boxing for everybody, so to speak, to make it to the level where they can make money isn't there. But the UFC, you might not be able to make, like, I'm gonna retire for the rest of my life type of money, but you can make enough money that you be all right. You be just all right. When I say just all right, you might not need to. If you're smart, you might have took some of that money and got a business or whatnot. If not, you still kind of trying to live off of it. But you can still fight. You can still fight, man, because you don't take as much damage. Like it's not constantly punching you in the head, so you can fight more often. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You might
MMA?
broken. Yeah, what I'm saying is that with boxing, with MMA, you get more fights. You get a bigger payday with boxing, but you get less fights because of the severity of the sport. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you understand you might break your arm or break your leg in a submission in MMA, but you're not getting damaged like that to where you're getting punched in the head for 10 rounds because you don't want to go down. You got a good chin or you got heart. You know what I'm saying? The pounding that you take. So the percentage of boxers making money compared to MMA, on the high side, the rich boxers are making way more money than the rich MMA fighters. But on the lower scale, it's more evened out for UFC. I mean, like the fighters that are not making that million, there's a lot more of them making 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 than it is in boxing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Damn, this shit says it's closer than what I thought it was. This don't make any sense.
Woodley rented that, right? When you're in Florida, that's what you do, man. You rent nice ways. What do you mean? Is he not supposed to ride in a Rolls Royce going to a Floyd fight? I'm confused. Is he supposed to pull up in a Kia? Is that what he's supposed to do? Pull up in a Kia? If he's looking to have a big fight on pay-per-view, he's supposed to pull up in the Kia. Talking to the people in the chat. What's going on, man?
Damn, bro, I got mad interviews. I got hella interviews scheduled, bro. We got a 10 o'clock. I feel like I might have to cancel that shit. Fuck. They invited me to Thurman's, man. And he's starting at 10:30, but this is a troop. I got to jump in the DeLorean, man. It's far, man. Oh, man. That's what foosball do, right? When they in the huddle, they be like, okay, break. That's it. He just gave me the okay, see you then. I'm out, man. I'm about to be out on y'all, man. Damn, where Brandon at? Brandon, you listening to me? Text me, man. Let me know if you could cancel that Chris Algieri, B, because we about to go see One Time. Yeah, we about to put One Time on the map now. This Nest narrative. Yo, y'all thought Nest narratives existed? I'm about to blow. Nest narratives is about to become like something real. They can't stop me now. You know what I'm saying? I can't front. You know what I mean? Fight Hype get them views. They got them eyeballs. So, you know, I get Thurman saying the right thing, and that's the narrative. It gets rolling down the journalistic lane, down the journalistic lane. Everybody starts taking those quotes of me and his interview. That's how it works, man. So, foosball. Damn, Brandon, hit me up. Can you cancel? Because only other thing I could do is just leave my man Francis here, and Francis would have to add Algieri to the Skype, and then I would have to like virtually end the show from the road, which would be very difficult.
Yeah, that shit gonna be tough. Yeah, this time I asked him to reschedule it, man. It's unfortunate something came up. They needed to make a move, so you know.
Yeah, man. You know,
for sure. Everybody want to see you go down to Thurman and make it happen. So do what you gotta do,
man. Thurman is Thurman. But let me see. Boom, boom. He's at 10:30. Yeah,
but you gotta leave now, though.
I should, because they start at 10:30. Get at you. What up, Idris? Go for it, man. Go for it. We giving everybody drive-by mode. We ain't gonna play, y'all. Let's go.
Yeah, Ness, man. Hey, your video, man. You almost got it cracking with that guy.
Oh man, come on.
Listen, man. Listen, man. Kudos to you, man. Hey, listen, man. Kudos to you, man. You know what I'm trying to say? Everybody's fault, man. If it was down to get it cracking, you was gonna get it cracking, man. You didn't get punked. If anything, he got punked. And guys like that, Ness, I don't like guys like that, man. You know what I'm trying to say, man? You can't handle wife being a bad bitch, yeah? Don't wifey her, man, because you know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's just one of them things, man. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? Otherwise, you're gonna fight every single person on every block, every single day. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what you're doing, man. You know what I'm trying to say, man? Your bitch wanna dress like that, man. Listen, you're gonna have to fight everyone, every day.
Word. All right. Let's see who else is next. If you're on Block Talk, you got to press 1. If you don't press 1, we can't go to you. Keem, if you want, let me know. If not, I got to go. All right. Let me make sure I ain't leaving any super chats behind. I think I did see Osiris Boxing. Osiris Boxing, where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Osiris.
Here we go. Osiris Boxing says, congrats on the numbers over the weekend. I couldn't believe it when I saw 900,000 views within 12 hours of the stream. Insane. Keep it going, brother. I plan to, man. I'm going straight to Thurman's. And I'm going to make a post for on my Patreon. So if you're listening to this now on a playback, hopefully you made it in time to get your question into Thurman and have it not only posted here on youtube.com/The Boxing Voice, but also over on Fight Hype, and have the world hear you ask Thurman a question by name. So it's like, yo, Francis from Canada said, yo, Keith, if one time was really one time, then why you ain't sleep nobody? Oh, yo, I'm out. Oh, shit, Anonymous hit 1. I'm always afraid of anonymous numbers. Who's this?
What up?
Who this, Show Kid?
Hell no, it ain't Show Kid. I punched that little bitch.
Oh, see? Gotcha. Gotcha. I knew it. That's why I don't be answering block calls, man. Come on, who this?
What up? This is Skyler.
Skyler, how are you, man?
Good.
What do you want to
I
talk
want to
about?
know why your show got shut down the other day.
Oh, the live? Yo, when I went up to this dude to interview, because everybody's confusing it too. It was two different dudes that went up to and the camera went black. When I went up to the first dude and it went black, there was no altercation. It was just the fucking live, like the screen rotation live. And then when I tried to like get in front of the dude so we could do his prediction, it just went black. And I was so mad because we had like 40-something thousand. I mean, 30 at that time. It was like 30,000 live. And that was like real depressing. So then I couldn't even end it from my phone. I don't know what was going on. I had to call my girl. She had to end it from the computer. And then I restarted another one. So then, you know, that's what happened. You know, it was just some glitch in YouTube, man. It's even like that on the video. Like it's like the end is just black for some time. But yeah, man, that's what happened, brother. That being said, that is everybody. Coach Myers, what up? Are you available? Are you available?
Yo.
Well,
what's going on? I just hopped in.
Oh, nah, we wrapping it up because I'm about to go see One Time Keith Thurman in the gym, and we wrapping it up, and we get into this super chat from Texas Bulldog Boxing. It says, this was last night's show. I apologize, Texas Bulldog. You know, I didn't get to this. He said, caller was smoking. Ryan is not the A-side. Laughing out loud emojis. That was yesterday's conversation on the Jake Paul calls out Canelo Alvarez show. You know, LV Slugger also said, where does Hurd go from here? I think I did answer that by saying, like, you know, look at Aries, right? Like, everybody thought Aries was done, and he won, right? So, like, you never know when it's over in this sport, really. But that being said, yo, I'm out, man. Get your questions ready for Keith, you know. Coach Myers, I know you got a boomerang, but you ain't really got nothing to say, so we just gonna go ahead. You go drop your question as a boomerang Patreon to Keith One Time Thurman. I'm about to jump in this car, hit the road, go out to see my boy. No more ponytail. It is what it is. Yeah, man. Peace. See, Tanga, that was the second dude, Tanga. So I'm not lying. It's obvious that a dude hit my camera, but it went black 2 times. Remember the first live, it went black when I was interviewing or about to interview like some Italian people. So nothing to lie about, my friend. Nothing to lie about. Remember, you're watching my live stream now and then. So ironically, you're a fan. But Francis.
Yes, sir. Yo, thank y'all for tuning in. Another one, man. Catch you on the next one. Gotta hit the road. Business must go on. Thank you to my Lord and Savior for another one, because without him, none of this is possible. Shout out to you, and you. Border was 11. You already know it's this weekend, this Saturday, Watertown, Wisconsin. Get in the ring swing. It's about to go down, and we excited. But we'll catch you on the next one, man, because like I said, gotta go.
Francis.
What's
Francis, things are looking up. I seen AB in the fight. You know he don't fuck with me, right? So he just walked right past. He ain't know I was there. I'm in the cut fixing the batteries. He walks by. He says like, "Hey, little bruh," to his little bruh. So I say, "Hey, little bruh," and he turned around and he looked at me, bruh. He really walked back. You know, for a dude that hate me, he really walked back, shook my hand like, "Hey, man, what's up, man? How you been?" I'm like, "I've been all right." I was shocked. Like, bruh, he really had to walk back like 25 feet. You know, he usually, cause he don't find, he'd just been like a head nod, like, "Oh, what up?" You know, keep it moving, or like say something mean. Shit is changing out here. You know, so you know. But yeah, I'm out. I'm going to St. Pete, man. If you in St. Pete, let's meet for lunch. You know what I mean? If you in St. Pete, let's meet for lunch. And by lunch, I mean smoking something, you know, while we eat something. Yo, across the street from Thurman's is a fantastic Jamaican spot that you could treat me to. It's all good. Peace.
All right.